Let's get instant reaction to Netflix's earnings. Take a look at the charts here. Chartmaster Carter Worth over at the Plasma. Carter.
You touch on the key word, Melissa. It's muted. I mean, this is a high beta stock, a beta of 1.5 times the market. It's had a lot of big movement post-news, and this, frankly, nothing's happened. You see here, 341. It started the week at 337, so it's a big old hunch. But let's look at where levels that matter are for the stock and what bulls and bears have been anticipating. What I wanted to highlight, of course, is its all-time high. The implied move was going to be about 8%. That would have taken you into the high 300s, but we know that that's not what's going to happen tomorrow. What really is happening, and Tim, you referred to it, we have an overbought condition, and whether you use a price oscillator like MACD or RSI, if you look at the next chart, you can also just do simple trend work. Netflix is stopping, it will turn out, quite precisely at this downtrend line where it is stopped. So a little bit of a poke above, but what is going to happen tomorrow is that the stock will start to vacillate and or work lower at that trend line. So a rally to an inherently difficult level. The news is out, and we're seeing what's happening post-market. The bet is that Netflix has run out of gas. And now, frankly, it's neither bullish or bearish. It belongs here, and it's likely to trade in a range and do nothing.
Carter, why don't you come on over? Shelby will bring the chair over. You like how I just decided?
No, I don't see. I didn't say anything.
But it's late in the 8 block. I didn't know we had time for it.
Oh, yeah. No, I decided that we have time. There is
more about that RSI.
Okay. So,
Hey, look,
so
man, you're rubbing off on me.
Because I think that the knock on this rally is that we've come too far too fast. But if Netflix is able to hang in there, does that change how you think about the rebound off of the December lows?
For equities in general, right?
For equities in general, maybe tech in particular.
Right. I mean, so the issue is when you have a sharp rebound, think the only way you get that. Predicated on a sharp sell-off, right? That's definitional, right? It's elemental. So which is the primary data point and which is the secondary? Is the rebound primary or is the sell-off primary? The primary data point is the sell-off, and the secondary data point, right, is the ricochet. So now at this point, do you start to make the bet that a lot of the moves, whether it's BAC yesterday because of its earnings or Netflix today, have basically been exhausted, that whatever potential did exist has been exploited, right? Because clearly there was potential, it turns out, down in the lows in December. Now, money has exploited that potential. I think a great deal of the potential has been exploited.
Okay, so along those lines, we were talking earlier today, you mentioned Taiwan Semi, right? Yeah. Taiwan Semi had bad news. The sector didn't sell off again on that same bad news. The banks today, Morgan Stanley had a terrible quarter. The banks overall didn't sell off, and they actually held in. It wasn't an excuse for investors to give back the gains that they made in the financials week to date. Is that a good sign?
Yes, yes. The answer is yes, it's a good sign. But what is it predicated on? I think a lot of it's predicated on the fact that they think that they being traders, investors, machines, think there's going to be some accord between the United States and the Chinese, which I'm not all that optimistic about. And they think this Fed has magically turned dovish from being hawkish. I think those are two things.
I was just going to say real quickly, it's simpler than that. When you think about the market collapsing in December, it's investors being panicked with 1 month left to be, or 2 weeks left to be kind of have their performance. And then when you think about early January, you have all year to make your performance. You can take, so you're a bit more risk averse in mid-December than you would be in early January. That's the way I see it.
Really quick here, I think this is about an economy we were very, very concerned about in December, and the data points were telling you that. We've now had banks basically, look, record earnings out of these banks, you know, it's record revenues. And listen to the airlines telling you that business bookings are up, premium cabin. This is not stuff that happens. Businesses don't send people out to the other side of the world or even the other side of the country if they're worried or if their business is poor. I think the airlines and the banks gave everybody a sense of confidence that they overreacted about the economy at least in the month of December, for sure.
All right.